Well, hello. Welcome back to the channel, baby. It is another cover lover channel, and what I do here is I do a song that you've suggested or that I like, and then I find a cover for it. And a cover could be anything, anybody that does a reasonable cover. Lately, mostly it's been suggestions from you guys, and I appreciate that because my mind, and I say this on every video because I want to keep reminding myself why my video sucks. Sucks so much. Anyway, so Bowie, all right. So when I was young. I was probably in 6th grade, and I had a friend at the time, and he used to invite me over to sleepovers and stuff at his house. He lived with his grandmother, so we got away with a lot of stuff at his house that we'd never get away with at mine. Plus, we were very poor and didn't really have a room for stayovers. So I'd go to his house and sleep, and he had two 45s. He had a bunch of them, but two that I really loved. The first one was Fox on the Run by Sweet. I loved it, and every time I'd go over and ask him to play it, and it got to where I think he broke it finally because I asked him to play it so much. And the other one was David Bowie's Life on Mars. And I don't know what was on the other side, never figured it out. But I loved this song. And someone suggested that I do Life on Mars and then do Aurora's cover. And that's what I'm going to do. But I landed on some, I hope it's not clickbait. It said David Bowie's last performance ever, Life on Mars. And I'd like to see that. I love Bowie from, again, a little kid all the way up. A lot of my friends were raised in Arkansas, or lived most of my life in Arkansas to I was like 18 or 19 when I left. And they were into Skinner and Sabbath, and I liked some of that. I didn't really like Southern rock at all. But I liked Sabbath, some of the other stuff, but they didn't listen to Bowie, and Bowie was a queer, right? Bowie was a fag. I hope I haven't offended anybody. I didn't care. I didn't know really too much about that whole thing. I didn't really care about it because his songs were amazing. He had an amazing voice, and I love this song. I had the album, I think it's on his Hunky Dory, and I had that. I had most of his albums, even up till the time he died. I bought pretty much everything. I think it's still under the counter over there in wax. I hope you enjoy this. I ramble. This is David Bowie's live, it says last performance ever, Life on Mars. So we're going to do that one, and then we're going to do Aurora. And thanks for coming. And I hope I didn't offend anybody. And if I did, sorry. Let's move on. Such an idiot. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Yeesh. Oops, sorry. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
A god-awful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair, and her mommy is yellow nose, and her daddy has told her to go, but her friend is nowhere to be seen as she walks through the sunken dream to the seat with the clearest view. And she's hooked to the silver screen, but the film is a saddening bore, 'cause she's lived it 10 times or more. It's about to be lived again as they ask her to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at that low man beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if you'll ever know. He's in the best-selling show. Is there life on Mars? It's on America's tortured ground. Mickey Mouse has grown up a cow, and the workers have struck for fame, 'cause Lennon's on sale again. See the mice in their million hordes, from Ibiza to the Norfolk Broads. Rule Britannia is out of bounds. To my mother, my dog and clowns. But the film is a saddening bore, 'cause I wrote it 10 times or more. It's about to be writ again, as I ask you to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the old man beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, I wonder if you'll ever know. He's in the best-selling show. Is there life on Mars?
Wow. Okay. So I love that. I love Bowie. I could watch this song any part of his life since he wrote it. Loved it. Loved Bowie so much. It made such an impact on my life at such an early age. Kind of I could do another whole video on this and why this made such an impact on me. So I won't talk about it right now. But wow, it's just such nostalgia in hearing that song, and then knowing that Bowie died is, yeah, it's really all very sad. But what a genius song! What a genius songwriter, performer. I mean, he went through the whole Ziggy Stardust thing, and people really lambasted him for that when he did it. But now you look at it as freaking genius. I mean, every stage of his development as an artist and the different personas that he put on, because everything was a persona at that time, and then he switched it up and did something different, and wow, just too much to say about Bowie. All right, so this is one you guys suggested. This is Aurora, and I've done some of hers, I know, and I think I said that when I first started this. I've done several of hers, I believe. This is probably besides the anyway, this is one of the most suggested from Aurora, right? So let's get this started, because this is kind of long. Here we go. Okay, I'm only gonna pause this, I'm gonna run it back, which will make the whole thing longer, and I'm sorry, but she has a suitcase Fender Rhodes, and I have one, I loved it, man. I played the death out of it. And then I sold it because everything was going digital. And of course, now I wish I had it back, because they're costly. The people are not going to sell them now. But anyway, yeah, I love that keyboard, man. I love the sound, that bell tone that you just can't hear anywhere else. That's authentic. Here we go. Sorry.
It's a god-awful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair, but her mommy is yelling no, and her daddy has told her to go, but her friend is nowhere to be seen. Now she walks through a sunken dream to the seat with the clearest view, and she's hooked to the silver screen. But the film is a saddening bore, 'cause she's seen it 10 times or more. She could spit in the eyes of fools as they ask her to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Oh, take a look at the lone man beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if you'll ever know. He's on the best-selling show. Is there a live on Mars? It's on America's tortured brow that Mickey Mouse has grown up a cow. Now the workers have struck for fame, 'cause Lennon's on sale again. See the mice with a million hearts, from Ibiza to the Norfolk Broads. Rule Britannia is out of bounds to my mother, my dog and clowns. But the film is a saddening bore, 'cause I read it 10 times or more. It's about to be read again as I ask you to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the lone man the best-selling show. Is there a life on Is there a life on Mars? On
So that was 7 years ago, depending on when she did it. And, well, okay, let me get this off here. We'll discuss briefly, and then I'll move on. But a couple things, and I'd love to hear your comments down below. I loved it. I thought it was a very good arrangement of the song. Sometimes it felt like she was kind of making it up as she went along. It was almost free form, sort of, not in a bad way, just I liked the pauses. The pauses didn't feel natural to me, and it could be, again, because I love the song and I've loved it for 50 years, or however long it's been out, and probably not 50 years, but anyway, it's been out a long time, and I love Bowie and love this song in particular, and she does a very, very good, respectable version of the song. I love the Bell Rose. I owned one for a number of years, like I said earlier, and just love the tone of it. The tone of that keyboard fits her voice so well. And so I don't know how old she is now. You guys can tell me. She's probably, what, late teens, early 20s? I have no idea. And I'm sure I know, but I don't remember where she's from. It's probably a Scandinavian country, right? I don't know. I love that she picked this song to do, or somebody picked it for her regardless. She owns it. She really owns this song. She does. She's weird enough to me. Again, that's just to me. She's weird enough that Bowie was very strange. Bowie was strange to me, but I loved it. She's weird enough. She kind of carries on that Bowie kind of that Bowie kind of essence. I think, love it, and I'll watch more of her as always. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked the little banter and chitter chatter that I do between the two videos. I think it's a very, very good cover. I don't know that on here I've ever said that something was a terrible cover. If I thought it, I'm usually pretty good about saying it. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit like, subscribe to this channel. Share with your friends, hit the notification bell so you'll know when I get other stuff coming in, and subscribe, comment down below. I'm sorry guys, as you know, my throat goes out after a while. It's hard for me to continue to do these things, but love you. Please come back, and we'll see you next time around. Peace.